you. We can offer it up to people who weren't able to join.
Great idea.
Good morning.
Good morning. Is it still morning? I feel like I've been up forever. Time is it? All right, we'll give people one more minute and then we'll get started. Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm here to introduce AdBuilder to ValleyMLS, and I am going to go through a little bit of the benefits of it, as well as give you a in-depth demo, and then I'd love to take questions at the end. Let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Margot Fraker. I'm the CEO of AdBuilder. We are really excited to have this product available to you all so that you can do better marketing in a digital world. The AdBuilder product is really about paid digital advertising on social media and search engines. So our ads run on the Facebook platforms, the Meta platforms, Facebook and Instagram, as well as Google and Bing search. And I'll run through and give you some specifics about what those look like and how those all work when we get to the demo. But before we do that, I just would love to talk with you a little bit about why digital advertising and marketing in general in the digital sphere is so important. I'm going to go through a few different benefits and some things you can talk to, especially with your seller. So first things first is, how do you stand out in this very crowded marketplace? And when you are presenting to a potential seller, one of the things they're looking for is somebody who really knows how to properly market their home in the digital landscape. So they're going to say, hey, are you going to do paid social media advertising? And you can say, yes, I am, because AdBuilder has the ability for you directly with ValleyMLS to advertise your listings. It gets that property right into people's feeds as they're scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, if they're going out to Google and Bing to search for properties or search about real estate. And even if you're running that ad where your seller is located, they may see it in their feed. Really, our purpose at AdBuilder is to help make digital paid advertising super simple for you, especially if you don't have a lot of time or you don't have a lot of resources or staff on hand to do this for you. You all are running around crazy all the time and doing so many things. It makes it really challenging to sit down and properly make sure that you are doing marketing, leveraging all of the great products that are out there. And what AdBuilder does is sits right between the ValleyMLS data that you all have and all of these various platforms and creates these ads for you instantly. We create a video out of the first 8 photos, up to 8 photos in the MLS. We're pulling in all of that property data in order to create copy and your branding information to put that into the ad as well. And you can avoid ever having to go out to these various digital platforms managers, which can be super complicated, and especially if you're not really technical, sometimes don't make a lot of sense. The other thing that you can do with AdBuilder is run a couple of different types of campaigns. And we run a campaign, it's a full listing lifecycle campaign an ad intelligence. So it's going to basically read what the status is of your property, including data and information you put in around open houses, around price improvements. And as you do those things in the MLS, automatically we're getting that trigger and we're updating the ad campaign to follow that data. The other thing that's kind of cool is that you can share that information with your seller, and I'll show you exactly how to do that during the demo. We have some data points. So AdBuilder has been out with various large MLSs across the country for over 2 years. And so we've collected some data around what AdBuilder is doing to help sell these listings. And agents who leverage the AdBuilder ad platform can reduce days on market by up to 46% for their sellers. So just some data there. We also have testimonials that we can share with you. We'd love to get some testimonials from folks in your MLS. So if you use the platform and would like to let us know what your experience has been, we would love to gather that information from you. We're also always looking for feedback on the platform. So how do you find us? So we are located on your ValleyMLS dashboard. So there will be a tile for AdBuilder, and once you're logged into the dashboard, it's just going to use that same login information to send you over to AdBuilder. And when you land in AdBuilder, you're going to land in a screen that's going to show you all of their active listings that you have in the MLS, and you can pick any of those to advertise. And when you do, you're going to land on the first page. Let me make this a little bit bigger. You're going to land on the first page of AdBuilder process. So once you select one of those listings, you will be dropped in here. If you've never placed an ad with us before, you're going to get all the options if your property is active or coming soon. And right now it's showing me that I can't run a full listing lifecycle ad because I already have one running. So that's one of the things to know is that for an ad intelligence campaign, you can only have one running at a time, but you can run additional ad targets if you so choose. But I'm not going to run through the details of ad intelligence today because it's pretty automated and the process is the same for an ad target. So let's say you want to do a just listed campaign. Over here, it's going to show you what the preview of the ad is going to look like, and you can kind of, one's for the Facebook platform, one's for the Instagram platform. Ad intelligence ads also run on the search platforms, Google and Bing. And the reason why those run only for ad intelligence is because ad intelligence ads runs for that longer listing life cycle. It runs for the default of 21 days, but you can run it as low as 15. And that is what those search platforms need in order to learn and kind of get their algorithms warmed up so that they can run the best performance for that ad. You cannot really run a search ad for less than a couple of weeks. It's just not going to have the performance that you would like. Whereas on Facebook and Instagram, you can run micro ads that run for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, no problem. And they get going really quick. So I'm going to pick my just listed campaign. And it's going to take me to the goal screen. There's really only 5 steps you need to go through to get your ad up and running. And really, it's just the first 2 where you have to make strong decisions, the type of the ad, and now what goals you want. So what budget, what duration, kind of the goal of the campaign, and then the target audience. So the budget is just a nice little slider here. It will give you some warnings if you're kind of not spending enough. It's going to come in at an optimal spend target that AdBuilder is recommending based on the type of property, the location of the property, the listing price of the property. And as you drag this around, you're going to get different estimated performances for the number of views, clicks, and leads you can expect based on that spend. For uh, a just listed campaign, this new to market property, it's going to default to 1 week, but you could run it a little bit longer if you want. But I would say new to property, yeah, let's run it for a week to let people know what's going on. And then it's recommending you run a lead campaign. You can run a view campaign. This might get more views on your ad and best for awareness and broader reach. Clicks is really about website visits, so getting people to your single property website and learning more about the property. And then leads is going to use the native lead form inside of Facebook, which is great because if people use that, it's automatically going to fill in their information because they're already logged into Facebook. So it's one less step they have to do to get you that lead information back. Leads are, I'm just going to be really clear on this. They're just coming directly from those platforms. They're not being qualified. We do not have a large call center that is going out and making sure that those leads are actually interested in the property. It's just passing information directly from the platform. The last decision you make is around what your target audience is going to be, which based on fair housing rules is geographic only. It's going to pin it right where the zip code of your property is, but you can reduce the radius if you want. You can drag this around to other areas. You can also go completely to a different metro area if you'd like, I don't know, New York City or something like that. Pretty easy to do to be able to get that if you want to advertise in a different part of the country. Then I'm going to confirm those decisions and it's going to show me my brand. This is important to make sure you get correct. Make sure the photo you want, the address, the phone numbers, all of those things are correct. Then confirm. And this will tell you, okay, let's review the ad. Duration, yep, 7 days. This is the budget I picked. This is what the primary ad text is going to say. I would recommend you leave it as we have listed it here because it is optimized to the way that these platforms work. So it needs to be nice, short, crisp. It's going to use keywords that are in here for it to come up and people scroll. There's also Facebook has all kinds of fun rules about you're not, what you're able to put in and what you're not around capitalization and all kinds of things. So I'd highly recommend you leave it this way. If there's something glaringly wrong about it, obviously, let's make sure that the data is correct. Go back, make sure it's correct in the MLS, make sure it's pulling through here. If you guys ever have any questions about what you're doing or you want to work with one of our guides, the first time you go through this, definitely contact us at this number or email down in the footer. You can also chat with our support. They're excellent. They have been dealing with all kinds of questions and detailed scenarios and would be happy to help you your first time through. I'm going to approve this and we're going to get to the pay screen. This is because I've been running a lot of tests in this test system. And so it's telling me, oh, you've already run a just listed campaign. So pick a different ad type. So I'm just going to go back and find an ad type that I have probably not selected so that I can show you what the pay screen looks like. And at the end of this presentation, I am going to give you a discount code so you can apply that discount code here for your first ad. Don't forget to do that and hit the apply button and then pay. And then you're going to get a confirmation screen as well as a confirmation email from us. Please, please, please make sure that you find us in what is likely our spam box because if you haven't ever gotten an email from us before, you'll probably need to white label us or make us a trusted sender. Your campaign will usually get placed pretty quick, like 15 minutes, sometimes up to an hour, sometimes up to 24 hours if Facebook has a hiccup on something. We'll handle all of that behind the scenes, but you can expect it to be up within the day usually. And then to view the results of your campaign, you go to the campaign management screen and it'll give you all kinds of information about performance. I want to show you a real live campaign. So this is one that's actually being run in Florida. So this is what it would look like if people were scrolling through their Facebook feed and they came upon this ad. It's you can see it's a pretty dynamic ad. It's running photos from the MLS. It's giving property information. It's giving branding information down here. And then if people click anywhere on this or hit the learn more button, it's going to drop them into that Facebook lead form. So that's kind of what it looks like. You can see branding information around the agent coming up here. It's great for your business. And then if they click on it, they're either going to get the Facebook lead form or they're going to get sent to, and this is a different property, but a landing site for the property. And as they click through this, they're going to get a pop-up and request them to fill in the details. Or they can also contact listing agent and more details if they're actively doing that themselves. So that's kind of how the lead site works. The other thing that you're going to get, you'll notice on this campaign management screen, is the seller report. The seller reports are great for showing your seller what you're doing to market their property. And this is an example of what a seller report would look like. And you can literally right from here, share this seller report with them. You can share it like text it to them, email it to them, whatever the easiest way is. But basically, it's just sending them this URL and they can refresh it at any time and it will have the live statistics. So I actually pulled this up a little bit earlier. Let's refresh. So this ad has run for a little over a week and it's gotten over 2,000 views and 53 people have expressed interest. So a really great way to get your property, get your brand out there and recognized in the marketplace. So I'm going to stop there for a second and see what kind of questions we have. Happy to go back and demo anything again if people want to see it or see a different part of it or understand it in more detail. So let's see what we've got in the Q&A. No questions at this time. Do you have anything you're seeing, Ashley?
No, not on my end.
Okay, great. So just really quickly, I'm just going to remind you that when you drop in, let me see. When you drop into AdBuilder from the dashboard, the ValleyMLS dashboard, you're going to come into a view that looks like this. I didn't show you this at the beginning. So this is basically all of your listings that you have, and you can see that you can promote any of these through the promote button, or you can go in, let's say I have an ad running. You can see all the active ads that are running first. So you can see for this property, I have an ad intelligence running and I have an ad target price reduction running. It's obviously not actually running in real life because this is the test system. So it still says pending, and that's because it's not actually published out to the world. But at any time I can go in here and I can check out the details of my campaign and see what kind of performance it's getting, see whether people have filled out lead forms, or even liked the campaign with a thumbs up on social media or put a comment in. Again, find that seller report. The other thing that is good to know is, again, anytime a contact form or a social interaction happens, you're going to get an email from us also letting you know what is, what's happening as your campaign is performing. Let's see. Nothing yet. No, whoops. No problem. Definitely reach out to our team. Again, I'm going to go to the final screen here. So here's a coupon code you can use for 20% off your first ad from AdBuilder. And definitely, if you need coaching, reach out to our guide. Here's the number, here's the email. They would be happy to walk you through placing your first ad or answering questions about your specific property or scenario. If you have any issues logging in, if you have any issues with the data that's coming from the MLS, happy to help you with all of those very specifically.
Margot, I do have a question. Ashley here.
Please.
Is this only on your desktop computer, or is it an app that you can run on your phone too, or is it mobile
That's
friendly?
a really good question. Yeah. So the AdBuilder app itself is mobile friendly. So when you first saw me start the demos, you were sort of seeing it like this size. And so if you are accessing the ValleyMLS dashboard from your phone, you absolutely can continue to use AdBuilder from your phone, which is a great way to do and use this while you are perhaps sitting at somebody else's open house and looking for something to do to advertise your property. So definitely you can leverage this through the mobile version of, it's basically a website that is mobile friendly, but it's not
Okay,
an
wonderful.
app.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got you. Good to know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm assuming that people can see the MLS dashboard because that's also just a URL, right? And then they can get to that from their phone as well.
Yes, that's correct.
Fantastic.
Well, we really appreciate all the information that you gave us and hopping on to show us a demo. And this is a recording, so I'll be sure to provide it to those that weren't able to attend.
Appreciate that. Yeah. And send me a copy as well. And we can make sure it's on hand in case we get asked for it too.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And
Thank you so
have
much,
a great holiday. Happy December, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Bye.